Welcome to this video about a school photograph from the Brynathan Elementary School in the year 1900. Many of you have already seen this photograph, but I'd like to take a deeper dive and show you a few things. Thank goodness somebody took the time to name all of the kids in this photograph on the back of it. Let's start identifying the kids and the teachers in the back row from left to right. First, let's zoom in on Reginald Smith. And then let's move to the right to Lucy Potts. And then Serial Odner, who became Serial Odner Sigsted. And next to her is Madeline Glenn, who became Madeline Glenn Bostock. And now let's continue to the right to Constance Pendleton, one of the many daughters of William Frederick. And then over to Gladys Hicks, who became Gladys Hicks Lechner. Now continue to the right to the girl in the back. That's Vera Pitcairn, daughter of John Pitcairn. And now to the boy in the cap. That's Royden Smith, I believe a brother of Reginald Smith. The next boy to the right, also wearing a cap, is Harold Buell. The next boy is peeking out from behind another boy. His name is Roy Wells, and he is the brother of Muriel Wells Rose and the son of Colonel Wells. Finally, we go to Reverend Henry Benaid Cowley in the back. Henry Benaid Cowley was married to Viola or Viola Klein. Henry had several siblings, and Henry is the great uncle of many of the Cowleys and Schiffers that we know and have known, and also some Stebbings. Now let's go back over to the left side of the photograph to Phyllis Price, who became Phyllis Price Bolton. And from Phyllis Price we go up to E.O. Pendleton, another daughter of the Reverend William Frederick. And then let's move over to the right to Cornelia Stroh. And then over to Ethel Schwint, who became Ethel Schwint Glenn. And then over to Theodora Ferdinand. And now down to the right a little bit to Wertha Pendleton, who became Wertha Pendleton Cole. She too was a daughter of William Frederick. And now over to Marjorie Wells, who became Marjorie Wells Rose. Marjorie is, of course, sister of Roy Wells and daughter of the Colonel. And over to Karina Glenn, who became Karina Glenn Hyatt, or Kinky. And then over to Miriam Smith. Oops, let's not forget about Ethne Price Finkelday in front. And now to Earl Smith, and then Hubert Hicks in front of Roy Wells, and then to Kenneth Hicks. Now let's slide back over to the left to Aurora Sinistvet, who became Aurora Sinistvet Cooper. Just behind Aurora is Valita Wells. Valita was a sister of Roy and Marjorie. Here is Berith Odner, who became Berith Odner Hyatt. Next is Vida Deering, who became Vida Deering Schnarr. And then behind her is Madfrey Odner. And next is Ora Stroh, who became Ora Stroh Whitehead. Then down in front is Harold Deering. And next it's on to my great uncle, Ozzie Osplund. Then we go down to Loyal Odner. And then on to Richard Price. And then up to Ursa Smith, who became Ursa Smith Alden. Then from Ursa to Anton Sellner. Then down to Darrell Hicks. And right behind him is Theo Pitcairn. And then over to Alan Pendleton, finally a son of the Reverend William Frederick. Then over to Creta Glenn in the hat. And then over to another Schwint, this time Celestine Schwint. And next is Fred Sinistvet. And all the way to the right we see Hobart Smith, whose sister Ursa we just saw a moment ago. Finally, let's go back over to Alice Grant, as in Grant Hall. This is the end of part 1 of this video. In part 2, we will start to get into family resemblances.